Hello, and welcome to Bees and Tea Stitching. I am your host, and once again, we are here to talk about cross stitching, and so we'll get right in it. This is not a new cup, but it's new to you guys. There we go. Hold on. It's really hot. Hold on a second. Sorry. I'm going to have to hold it carefully. But it's really cool, and oddly enough, I really. There we go. That's a little less glary. But sorry, it's just not gonna want to read it. But anyway, so it is a new to you mug because most of my normal mugs are dirty right at the moment. And this is I've tried this brand name, but not I don't think I've tried this particular tea. It is Fortnum and Mason Famous Teas Royal Blend. So there you go. Oops. But okay, that's that. So that is the tea of the day. All right, got a good bit of mail today just because I'm doing those daily videos. Thank you for everyone who voted. It was really close. Um, I just, I don't know. I just wanted to try to do a daily video, and also Memory Baker had a really cool idea, which I'll get to here. Uh, so I just wanted to go ahead and do them daily. But I appreciate everybody who voted. Um, so let's start from the beginning here. Both looks like maybe Diane and Eleanor Wheeler. Again, thank you guys both for your votes. I appreciate it. I know I didn't go the way you guys wanted to, so hopefully it's still okay. But you don't have to watch the daily videos because I will be doing them weekly. But if you want to, they're anywhere from like 2.5 minutes to like 5 minutes, so they're not a big drain on the day. All right. Um, Healing Gamer also commented, also voted. I appreciate that. And she was talking about how she brought a cat treat box for her parents Winnie for Christmas. Um, I love Selena to death, but she is already very well spoiled, so I probably am not going to be getting a box for her. But we'll see. That could always change. Memory Baker, and she is half of Barefoot Stitchers, which I will link below. They are awesome. I love those guys. Well, gals. Um, what she'd suggested is do a daily and then and then do like a review on Saturday, which is what I'm going to do. Because I just thought that was a really cool idea. I don't know why I didn't think about that. So, um, and uh, Cal, Care, anyway, um, Carolina, um, had a nice big uh message, and I really appreciate it. I always love reading what you have to say. And so I just want to say thank you for telling me that was a gooseberry. I have no idea what gooseberries taste like because obviously in the tea it's a blend. So if you can tell me what a gooseberry tastes like, I'm kind of curious. I don't ever remember seeing them available here in the southern U.S. Now again, I haven't really been looking for them, so maybe they're here if I just kind of look in the right places. I don't know. Um, so, you know, uh, I might have to look for that. And I just wanted to say, and this may be, oops, sorry, this may be a bit of a hot take or a unpopular opinion, but I actually agree that breeding the pet genetics um, to make a pet look better, but that causes issues like shortened snouts and things like that. I really don't like it. Um, and the only way that we could get it to stop happening is to stop paying those breeders to breed those breeds. But I mean, let's face it, it's not going to happen. She also mentioned about the about the issues with Maria Bravko and Pattern Keeper. Unfortunately, I have two of her patterns, and both have that same issue of random black lines. So I'm just gonna use them paper. It's no big deal. It is what it is. I'm not gonna make. I'm not gonna stop. Um, sewing them because um, they're really cool, and I would definitely recommend. I'm gonna try to be a bad influence and tell you that you should get that smog pattern. Um, the patterns are very fiddly. You've got blends, you've got a lot of color changes, you get a lot of backstitch. So it's not an easy pattern. It's not an easy stitch, but the way that it looks when it's done, well, I mean, you know, the part I've gotten done, it really, it's worth it. It makes it look really, really nice. So, it is worth that extra work. If you don't mind a pattern that's gonna not be mindless stitching, but something that you actually have to kind of concentrate on a little bit, it is worth it in the end. So that's what I think. Susan Gerard asked what pen I used on my on these on the little bobbins here. All it is, it's a regular old Sharpie. It is the black ultra fine point, which is it does not. Sorry, it does not want to focus today, but it's a Sharpie ultra fine point, and so it's got a nice. Wow, maybe I can put the. Oh well, that's a little better. So you can see how small that point is. And it writes, I mean, I write kind of big. So people who, my handwriting's kind of crappy. So people who have nicer handwriting can actually do a better job of writing on these than me. But it works. So, so yeah, just plain old Sharpie. Just, get the really small tips from Sharpie. Um, Diane Duggan and Carolina again, call. I appreciate the information about the silk. So it sounds like the Fiberlicious is about one strand of DMC, which makes sense if you think about it. That's most people are gonna sew their thread in somewhere between 5 and 8 meters, uh, just because that's kind of the range. Usually 5 for overdyes and 8 for DMC. So excuse me. Sorry, I got the the pollen or something is strong today. Um, so yeah, but I appreciate that. So now I know about how much I have, so I can kind of you know have an idea of what I might be able to do or not do with it. All right, cool. So I appreciate that. Um, and both Healing Gamer and Michelle, Buddy Stitchy, both liked those beads that I got on the second day, and I love them. I just have to figure out what I'm gonna do with them. So there's that. All right, that's mail. That wasn't that bad, I guess. So let's go ahead and go through all the things. Um, so I'm gonna go a bit out of order because da 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 da. It's finished. And it's backwards. No, there we go. That's forwards. The Italian flag. Yay. So it's just a lot of the same stitching. You can see a little stitching, little bit of back stitching, just a lot of the same pattern. It's pretty decent size. It's I would have liked it a little bit smaller, but it is what it is. Hopefully, it's not going to be. I don't know. I haven't actually. Um, there we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. I haven't measured it yet, so I don't know how hard it's going to be to find a frame for it for my dad. I'd like to give it to him for his birthday in the end of August, but we'll see. It depends on if I can get out and find a decent one. But I really like the way it looked. I like the I'm glad I chose this dark blue that I did. I think it looks really nice on there. The white really does pop. and the green and the red are you know, they pop enough off of there. They don't blend. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I thought that came out really well. All right, new starts. Just one because you know I really should be working on what I finished, but or what I've started, but I decided not to. So, oh, here we go. This was something I grabbed. I think the last time I went to the my LNS. It is Ink Circles Elemental Dragons Earth. Really pretty, and it is. Ah, there we go. Oh my gosh, it actually. There we go. Actually decided to focus. But anyway, so that's really cool. And this is part of haul, so I will push a little bit of haul in here. This is from Threadworks, Bradley's Balloons. So it's kind of hard to see it here, but it's actually a really pretty rainbowy pattern. It when they do it braids, but when you do it on the little things here, it doesn't really show off the colors all that well. But I actually was on let me pull this through so that thread's not right there. Here we go. Okay. I was actually on Virtual Stitchers last night and got a lot done. And so I really like the way it looks. That's boy, it is just not wanting to focus. But yeah, I love the way that looks. And I'm not because the design is kind of up, down, and all around. I'm not fussy cutting it, making the colors go a certain direction. They're just kind of going the way they're going. So, and that's fine with me. I'm fine with that. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, that's one. There's like 8 of these little dragons, and then there's a little not a little, but a decent sized motif in the middle, and a couple little motifs on the corners. So I have 8 of those Bradley's balloons. So I'm hoping I have enough because I am almost done with the first one, and I haven't quite finished one dragon, so I'm beginning to wonder if I might not need more threadworks. So we'll see. Alright, so whoops. That would help if I actually, you know, put that back. There you go. That's better. Okay. That is better. Okay, so for works in progress, I've got 2. Which one is this one? Yeah, this is okay. This is sea glass. I don't honestly remember. I'm pretty sure I did some from the last time. So that is a very pretty pattern. Sorry about the plastic there. I don't remember where I was, but I think that I've worked on some of these little thingies down here, like kind of went down that direction. I'm not 100% happy with the coverage, but I do love the design. So, and it's interesting. You can see the difference in colors here, actually better than you can kind of see them with the naked eye in this light. So, go figure. Alright, so that is the first one. And the second one I know everybody is always excited about seeing. I'm always excited about working. I worked on them at the beginning of the week, and then I didn't work on them for a while. It's not a timeout per se, but he actually has had a lot done on him. I still got come here, you. So I've got a lot of this face done. This is where his smile is going to be. If you're wondering why there's a gigantic space there, and I think another. I'm not sure what the space is here. I'll have to double check on the pattern. I think that's just one particular color. And then, of course, we've got kind of the neck starting to come down here a little bit. So, it's cool. It's cool. And, of course, this shows you a big difference between, because all these colors are actually done up here in the eyeball. All that's done, but you can tell how different it looks when you get the backstitch done. So that's what I'm talking about, how it's fiddly, but the backstitch and the blends really make it pop. All right. So for haul, the only thing I got besides the Threadworks was, let me pull these out. Well, these things, but there we go. Yeah, that's not bad. So that is Joann's was having their too low to show sale. There we go. But so I am trying very hard to get a full set of DMC, and I'm pretty close. This is 160. And I've bobbinated about maybe 65, so I have a long way to go. But this is the sheet. So I'm missing a bunch of these 1 through 35s, and then just maybe 5 or 6 of the ones in the rest of it. Now that's not counting variegateds, metallics, and what was the third one? Color variations. I'm not really worried about those. I really am just looking for a full set of the base set. And then after that, I'm still going to have to figure out how to put them together and store them. So, but that's Future Me's problem. So, that's all I've had for haul. Just a lot of thread and a lot of late nights bobbing. I know a lot of people don't bobbinate, which is fine. I like how easy it is to store them, even if it is really tiring on your arm to bobbinate 60 things. Well, okay, I did it over several days, so you know it's not it wasn't 60 bobbins in a day. But anyway, plans. No particular plans. I am not doing I'm not doing the Jolly July or Christmas in July or anything like that. As just I don't really stitch Christmas. I really don't have any Christmas patterns, so you know it's all right. So I want to go back to Smog. I need to pick up Good Omens again. I haven't touched that in a couple weeks. Work on the Rainbowy Dragons. Work on Sea Glass. You know, whatever floats my boat. So yeah, that's about that. Real quick before we start going into the of the week ones, the Stitchybox. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I do want to go ahead, excuse me, and go through what I've gotten so far this week, because I know that okay, that's 1. All right. That's 2. That's 3, and that's 4. Okay, cool. Because that's all I've done so far. That way, you know, the people who aren't watching the daily videos, which is fine, you can see what's, you know, what's been going on. So, and I guess with the emails, it's a little bit of a spoiler alert, but for day 1, it's this very pretty Fiberlicious thread. Hold on a second. This is great as a background. Very pretty. Oh, that's great. It's got variegated purples as well, if I could find some in there. There we go. As well as some kind of golden browns too. Sort of a little bit there. But so apparently this is about 8 yards. Because it's a singular. It's a singular strand, I believe. 40 strands, 48 meters. Yeah. So, all right. So that's the first one. That was day 1, and then this is a short week, obviously. So This won't, come on. Okay. So this won't take too terribly long this week because there's only 4 so far. Day 2. These really pretty delicate beads. Transparent rainbow lemonade. You can actually see where they're transparent and rainbow and lemonade. And you may have been able to hear my cat meowing. Sorry about that. She is apparently dying for some attention. So, you know, cats. Day 3, I really ripped into this one well. It's really adorable little charm. I have no idea A, how to attach it, and B, what I'm going to do with it, but it is, hold on. I think I would learn how to do this by now. There we go. Oh, that's perfect. Really pretty little honeycomb and bee little thing there. Little charm. I have a bunch of bee patterns that I've already done that would look great in, but it's gonna have to be a decently sized one because it's a decently sized charm. So I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with that yet. And then day 4, the one I just opened today, is a big old block of beeswax that actually says beeswax on it. It's upside down. There you go. Hey. But anyway, and it doesn't. I've had beeswax that has had a smell before. Sorry, damn allergies. But this one actually does not really have a smell to it. I apologize about my nose. Like I said, the allergies are strong today for some reason. But yeah. So that is my Stitchybox. It is. I should have done this, I guess. The Stitchybox Bees Small Batch Countdown. There you go. And I don't think I've actually mentioned this yet. There was a second one that I actually ordered. I don't know when exactly it's coming. So I might have another one of these for next month, maybe. And it's about tea. So hey, because bees and teas, I couldn't resist. Those were ordered and paid for a long time ago, maybe either late last year or very early this year. So it's been a while. And I mean, obviously, things have been happening. I understand. That's not a big deal. So, um, so yeah, that's about that. All right. So let me get into my of the week stuff. That should be about it. I think I can't think of anything else. So, and again, of course, these links. Oh, hi, cat. Yeah. Okay, you might have gotten a little bit of cattail there, but of course, links will all be below. So for my FlossTuber of the week, I'm gonna do Patty, four boys and an NL girl. She is really sweet, just the nicest lady. Real soft spoken. She's very calming. She's it's very easy to listen to her. Uh, she's always very nice and very sweet, and I enjoy her videos. For the most part, they're usually pretty short. She's just been doing little vlogs. Um, and my cat. She does both sewing and knitting. So if you like knitters, then you will definitely like her as well. But definitely worth checking out. All right. So the stitching website of the week, Threadbare. That was one that I want to say maybe Virtual Stitchers showed me. Yeah, I think it was the other night. And the main page is a blog, but if you go up to the top, there is a button that says store, and there's all sorts of really nice patterns, mostly full coverage, just beautiful stuff, lots of really pretty things. So it's worth taking a look at. Um, and the non-stitching website of the week. Um, for all you Disney fans out there, because I know there's a bunch of Stitchers that are also Disney fans. Um, I found the never-ending pixelated Disney character quiz. So it starts off pretty easy. It gets harder and harder. I did it a while ago. I don't remember how far I got. It was a ways, but you know, or maybe 20 or something. Um, but essentially, it gives you this pixelated character and like 3 choices, and it'll get like more and more pixelated each time, and so it'll get harder and harder, and it'll end whenever you get it wrong. So it was interesting. I've done it a couple times, so that was kind of fun. God, I feel like I've been rushing through this. If I've been talking really fast, I'm sorry. I don't know. Kind of distracted today, more than usual, which is a lot. So, but yeah. So, and then finally the random bee fact of the day. Um, and I don't think I've done this one before. To produce a kilogram of honey, bees have to fly the equivalent of 3 times around the world in air miles. So that's kind of cool. That's a lot of flying for not a whole lot of honey. A kilogram is, I think, 1.4 pounds for us Americans, I believe. So it's not a lot. Yeah. So I guess that is about that. I can't think of anything else. Um, just all the normal good stuff. If you like this, please give me a like. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hi to the subscribers. Um, and yeah, like, subscribe. You know, tell people about it. That's always nice. Um, you know, I mean, obviously, I'm not here for the count. I'm here because I love stitching. But you know, it's always nice to uh, get your voice heard. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Well, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.